Hey guys, this is going to be the first work in progress video on the Dragon Momoko Master Grade Strike Noir. As soon as I unboxed it and I started snapping it together, and I realized that usually, what I do for just reviews is I snap them together and then put the kits back in the box for just to kind of wait for whenever I get around to being able to get a chance to paint them. So a lot of them, obviously, that's going to be quite a long time because I have so many, but the point is that for this kit, as I started just snapping it together, I realized that this is not a kit that I was going to ever want to have to take apart again. So I thought really kind of the only way is to just paint it the first time, like without assembling it first. So usually that's also kind of not a good idea. It's better to just assemble the whole kit first. That way you can get a good idea of how the kit, everything all goes together, make sure everything fits well and all of that. Then take it apart and paint it. That's really the best way to do it. But in this case, I know that the fit of this is just not going to be very fun to have to take this apart again, and so without having that headache, I decided to just paint as I go along. So there won't be any normal quick look or out-of-box review for this. I will do of course a review of my finished product once I'm all done, but basically what I'm going to do is I'm just going to paint as I go. So here I've got all the parts for the torso and the head. They're all cut out and sanded. There was a lot of sanding to do with these. Definitely gonna make sure you have some sanding sticks or sandpaper when you're gonna be working on this kit. Just because if you just want to snap it together, it will go together fine. Some parts will be really tight, some parts won't fit as tightly as they should, and pretty much that is just because the molding is not perfect. It's not like Bandai quality perfect molding, so you'll have like some flash on the edges, and that just means like the edges are not like a perfect 90-degree angle. You'll have like a little lip on the edge, and you just need to sand that down with a sanding stick, and it's pretty simple. But so there's a lot of sanding already that I've done on these parts. So I'm going to be just using some primer and then painting these. And then once this is all painted, then I'll move on to the arms, then do the arms, then do the legs, and then do like the waist and the backpack, and then the weapons and all like that. So I'm just gonna do one section at a time instead of painting the whole kit at once. Usually don't really do that either, but just in this case I think that'll be easier because that way I can just kind of work on it more incrementally. So I am gonna change the colors of this. For the inner frame, I'm gonna be using this. This is the same color that I used on the what was it, the Ifrit. For the inner frame of that, this is just the Nazca heavy color. This is just the darker gray color. This is a primer and paint, so actually I'll use this as primer, and it's also just a gray paint as well, so won't have to do primer and paint on the inner frame. We'll just only use this. So that's just like a dark gray for all the frame stuff. For the black on the kit, I'm replacing the black with just Gaia Notes number 62. This is a medium blue, so it's just kind of like a grayish blue color, like that, which I'm going for a much lighter color scheme, obviously. So yeah, that'll be that. The other primer that I'm going to use just for the rest of the kit is just going to be Mr. Surfacer 1000 for all the armor parts and stuff. So use the Nazca for the frame, and then the Mr. Surfacer for everything else. And then the light gray parts, I'm gonna keep pretty much light gray. It's pretty much the same color. This one is just Gaia Notes number 71, Neutral Gray 1. It's just a kind of very similar color. It's almost the same. It's very close to white, but it's just a little bit gray. For the red I'm going to be replacing with purple or lavender. Anyway, this is number 19, lavender. It's just a light purple color here instead of red. And then for the yellow, it's still going to be yellow, but it's a different shade of yellow. This is made by Gaia Notes, but this is from the Mecha We Go paint series. So this is a light orange is what it's called, but it's kind of like an orangish yellow color. So it's kind of like character yellow, which, let's see, I have some of that here. This is Mr. Color's character yellow, which is a very orange yellow. This is similar, but it's a little bit lighter. So that's why I'm going to go with this. So I'm going all Gaia Notes. Here is my color scheme there, plus the darker gray for the inner frame. So yeah, let's get to painting. So, ta-da! Here's what I've got painted so far. The torso and head all painted now. I did the panel lining around on the head and painted around the eyes as well, but that is all. Didn't do any of the lining or anything on the body yet. You can see really loving the purple, especially here on the back, poking out in those vents there. All the colors around on the head I'm really pleased with. That emerald green I used for the eyes and the top camera. Also looking very nice, fitting with the color scheme I think quite well. It's sort of a pastel, lighter green color. So yeah, I'm going to be moving on next with the arms and then shoulder armor. That'll be the next part, and then after that probably waist section. So stay tuned for more coming up, guys. Thanks for watching. See you next time. Bye bye.